Okay, naturally, I choose the most crowded parking lot to start a vlog. But today we are going to a wedding, and by we, I mean my brother and my sister. Also, fun fact, there's so many people walking around. My brother abruptly moved to California like 2 weeks ago, and he flew back the other day so he can come to this wedding. I know he always wanted to go back to California. He did live there for like 5 years. But I saw him like 2 weeks ago at my parents' house, and he was like packing up his kayak on his truck. I'm like, oh, where are you going? Hiking? He's like, no, I'm leaving tomorrow. So he literally abruptly left, which is what we call now pulling a Shannon. Cause like 2 years ago, maybe three, holy shit, 3 years ago, I abruptly left and went to Europe for 3 months. But yeah, so Scott is back. Courtney came down yesterday. So the main reason I hopped on here is because Courtney thought the wedding was yesterday. So she like rushed down from like all her stuff. And she's texting me the whole time going like, I'll scoop you up. I'll be there in 5 minutes. And I thought she was like texting the wrong person. I thought she was texting her roommate about going to like Orange Theory or something. So I just like ignored them. And I'm like, silly bitch. But no, Courtney thought the wedding was yesterday. So like rushed down to Jersey. Had her makeup done, like didn't eat lunch, like she was ready to go, and she paid for the hotel. So the hotel reservation was for yesterday. So she gets home and I was at work. So her and Scott were like, she was like screaming. And Scott's like, no, here's the invitation. It's tomorrow. So Courtney was pissed at me, rightfully so. So and then she's like texting me and I'm at work, like dying laughing. I was able to call the hotel and get the reservation like switched. That was the only thing I was worried about. I knew Courtney was pissed, but I was like, if we lose $240, like I would be pissed too. But we were able to push it to today, the real wedding date. So yeah, it's early. I'm gonna do a spin class. Hopefully I can fit in a nap, guys. I fall asleep at like 8:30 p.m. these days, so I don't know how I'm gonna make it through a wedding. Plus with drinking, like, ugh. So either a nap or a 5-hour energy needs to happen. But yeah, there was a little mix up yesterday, but we figured it out. Also, I didn't know Courtney was going to be here yesterday. So I, told my brother, I'm like, just throwing it out there, sushi. Cause I've been dying to go to all you can eat sushi for like 2 years and it just hasn't happened. So he was in, and then, I felt bad for screwing Courtney over. So I was like, I'll buy you dinner. So we all went to sushi. It was a nice little sibling dinner. We were so uncomfortably full at the end. But then I had to shell out $80 because I paid for Courtney too. But I deserved, like, she deserved a free meal for what she went through. But yeah, so now I'm going to go to spin and then we wedding. Okay, so we just finished a wedding where I knew the entire NSYNC, it's gonna be me dance, and then he called me out, and to do the bye 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 dance, which I barely knew in front of everyone. But then I go to the bathroom and I come back and Courtney, who's in abroad just now, has a microphone and is singing Celine Dion to the entire wedding. Mind you, Courtney was not invited to this wedding.
Hey, I told them as a +1, I'm just gonna like be there, have fun, be on the dance floor, and I happened to shut the fucking party down.
The like hype guy was calling us out as like the best dancers though, so invite us to your parties. Okay, it's a couple days later. I'm finally kind of physically recovering from this wedding. I hurt my neck so bad because me and Courtney were doing this. Okay, completely took the camera out while doing that. But we had a really good time. I was like, you do not need to hire the Italian man with a microphone at your wedding. You just need to invite me and Courtney. So the playlist was straight up bangers, but he did It's Gonna Be Me by NSYNC. And I fucking like did the entire choreography. Everyone was like, oh my God. And the DJ was like, who is this? What's your name? And then he called me out. He's like, Shannon needs to come up and do another NSYNC song with me. So me and him got in front of everyone and did the bye 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 dance. I remember watching Lance Bass teach Kiki Palmer it on whatever show she had. So I was going off that, and obviously your memory of the bye 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 dance. So I knew I was doing parts wrong, but I was doing it confidently and from the heart, and that's all that matters. But any wedding that plays multiple NSYNC songs is my kind of wedding. So me and Courtney are on the dance floor all night doing like choreographed dances we have. I leave her alone for 1 second towards the end. I went to the bathroom by myself. I come back and Courtney has the microphone from the DJ and is singing to the crowd Celine Dion's It's All Coming Back to Me. And I was like, I left you alone for 1 second. And she's the guest at this wedding. So Courtney's singing. Another girl also has a microphone and is like really going for it. Luckily, Courtney's mic was turned, I think, all the way down. And the next morning, Courtney's like, I'm so embarrassed. I was like watching the footage back. I'm like, Courtney, you are the least embarrassing part of this video because like, yes, there's you, but then there's the other girl like going for it, being like completely serious. And then I pan over, there's like a man on his knees with his shirt wide open, also really going for it. So I'm like, Courtney, you have the least to worry about. And everyone thought it was like the funniest thing. Then when we were checking into the hotel, I saw Constantine Maroulis from American Idol season 4 or 5. I see him all over the place. He's from New Jersey. He's been on Broadway, but I see this motherfucker everywhere. Constantine Maroulis is stalking me. But we were waiting for the elevator and Courtney goes, that's Albie Manzo from The Real Housewives of New Jersey. And I was like, no. And then at the after party, we go to the bar in the hotel and Courtney sees Albie Manzo again. So she asked the bartender, they're like, yeah, he's the manager here. And then Courtney kind of demands that he come out and like, I don't know, but we are huge Real Housewives of New Jersey girls here. So Courtney had a picture with Albie. We talked to him for like a second. So that was really cool. And then, the Millers had our own room. There was a bed here, and a couch. Scott had the couch. I had this bed. Courtney had that bed. I kind of wake up in the middle of the night and there's a body next to me. And I was like, oh, maybe Scott moved over. Kind of weird, but whatever. Then when I like fully woke up, it was Courtney. So the one bed was empty. Me and Courtney in this bed and 6'2" Scott on the couch. But I got up and went to the bathroom. I came back and I went in the empty bed. Honey, we're paying top dollar for a hotel. We're all getting our own sleeping arrangements. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, but we were physically hurt the next day. I go a little too hard, but I love to dance. Okay, so I just finished work for the day and now I'm at the park. I'm gonna do some laps. I'm trying to do 10,000 steps every day. And this is a massive park and I'll do like 3 laps and I look at my step counter and it's like 4,000 steps. And I'm like, me going to the post office is 4,000 steps. And that I feel like takes like 5 minutes. So I don't know. Does anyone get weird like this? So I don't feel bad when most bad things happen. Like someone could be like, a tree fell on my house. I'm like, oh, boo fucking who? But when I drive by a restaurant that no one's at, I'm like, oh my God. Like that makes me sad. Why? But my office is right next to a restaurant and they have the outdoor seating again. And literally every time I pull out of the parking lot, there's no one at the restaurant and it bums me out. Then again, I work weird hours. So it is 3:45 and I just left work. So obviously no one's really eating at 3:45. It's too late for lunch, too early for dinner. So yeah, there's going to be no one eating outside, but I feel like I see empty tables every time I pull out and I'm like, oh my God, are they going to survive? Why am I like this? Also, I'm dressed for the gym. I was going to go to spin class. I was like, let me see what my workload is like today. If I leave at 4, I'll go to the 4:30. If I leave at 5, I'll go to the 5:30. But I went to sign up for the 5:30 just to give myself like a good window. And no one had signed up for that class. So once again, I'm like, oh my God, the poor girl, like the instructor. And like, then again, I'm not going to be the one person to sign up. I think is even more sad and weird, like just teaching a one person. And I'm saying this as a very bad former gym instructor. Like, I don't give a fuck either way. When I was teaching Zumba, I had classes that had 50 people in them and I had classes that had 2 people in them. Like, it did not make a difference to me either way. Like, I wasn't embarrassed when 2 people came. Actually, I was always kind of hoping that no one would come and that I can just go home. So I feel like for them, they probably don't care. But when I saw that no one had signed up for her class, I was like, oh my God. So yes, I am dressed to go to spin class. But then again, I don't want to drive the half hour. Like, I could go to the 4:30, or I can go to like the 6 p.m. Or I could be a nice person, go to the 5:30 and be the only one in the class. But I feel like the walk will suffice today. I am going 7:30 a.m. tomorrow. 90s boy bands, baby. I saw that on like Monday. I'm like, I'm going. Like, I'm hyped. So I'm like, do I wear my NSYNC shirt? Do I wear a One Direction shirt? Oh, they're not 90s, but like, you know, I have my Jonas Brothers shirts. What do I wear? Good morning. It's Friday. The sun is directly in my eyes. So, as you notice, I am not in a boy band shirt. Last night there was a schedule change. The instructor couldn't make it today. So no 90s boy band ride for me. And I was gonna cancel because this is a 7 a.m. ride, but they hired 2 new instructors a week ago. And they're not on the schedule yet. And then they're like, Gabby, the new instructor, is gonna be a sub for today. And I'm like, well, I already signed up, so I was like already like mildly mentally prepared to do this. And I get to ride with a new instructor and like check her out. So I'm here. We're gonna do it. I'm in the same outfit as yesterday. Whatever. I had Wendy's last night and I'm filled with regret. I got like I got the $5 bag, and then I got more fries on the side and a cookie. Wendy's cookies are the tits. But like halfway through I was like, this is too much. And then all night I felt like I got hit by a car. So regrets. Okay, I survived. She was really good. I really liked her, so I'm happy I stuck with it and I went. Something I noticed, very rarely do I see the instructor like toweling off mid-ride, but she like stepped off the bike. She's like, I'm so sorry, I can't stop sweating. And I'm like, I appreciate like your honesty, because I feel like all like cute little girls like don't sweat or don't do anything gross. And she was like a very petite, cute girl. So she's like, I'm sorry, it's like pouring out of me. And I'm like, I like you even more. So I was gonna stop at a park and like walk around their path. It's in the woods, and I felt like 7:45 a.m. in the woods was just like a recipe for murder. So although if I do get murdered, then I don't have to update my resume. But yeah, I forwent, is that the word? The walk. I do have to walk Betty. I don't want to waste too much time because I do have a ton of emails to do, some Poshmark orders to take out, 2 recruiters to reach out to, and then I think I'm working. I did so much yesterday that I was like, I'm out of paperwork, like, and I left pretty early. I think I left at like 3:30 yesterday. So I don't know what might have come in overnight, if I even should go in. Maybe I'll call my boss. But yeah, so packed little morning I have. Then we'll see where I end up later. Once again, I think I noticed in the last vlog, like I look like shit 90% of the time, but like after a workout, like I think I look okay right now. I think it's that like endorphins glow. Like anyone else walking by me is probably like, that looks like a sweaty pedophile, but like I think I'm like glowing. Okay, a quick lunch before I watch the Mighty Ducks. So this is the lemon pepper chicken from Trader Joe's. It was about to expire, so I had to eat this, and then some edamame. Just had a really quick little phone screening with a recruiter, and she's like, you check off all my boxes, so I'm gonna like pass it along to the hiring manager. I feel like it's so funny because like I'm interviewing and I look like this. But it actually went really well. I feel like I dread a phone call all day, no matter what it is. Even her email, I kind of put it off for like, I sat on it for like, you know, a day again. So I really need to just man up. But yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk now. I just got an unsettling text from a man. So I'm gonna avoid that too. But I feel really good about the conversation we had, the role we were talking about. It's funny, like I'm used to making literally no money. So when I throw out like a low range, they're like, actually we pay like 10 grand more than that. And I'm like, what? And like this low range is way more than I would ever make here. But feeling good. It would be really nice to like make money again. I have a job, guys, but like a real job, that'd be nice. So I just took Betty for her morning walk, and I realized I didn't have any bags, but I know there's a house that has bags in front of their house. So we went that way. I grabbed a few bags and I felt they were a little thin, but I was like, okay, whatever. They wouldn't sell me absolute trash, you know? Take Betty for a walk. She doesn't poop. We're pretty close to my neighborhood, and she poops really close to where she pooped yesterday, where I also didn't have a bag, and I was like, I'll come back for you. So I used one of the new bags, pick up her poop, walk 3 steps over, pick up yesterday's poop, because I'm a good person. As I'm tying the bag, I was like, this is really thin and the poop is just going everywhere. Luckily, it didn't get on me. I was like, okay, we have 7 more houses till we get home. The bag gives out. Like the bag in Home Alone when he has the groceries, it's just like, pff, the bag gives out. There's shit everywhere. Narrowly escapes Betty, and then just splat. There's a big pile of shit in the middle of the sidewalk. I obviously ran away because I was like, what? Why? So I have like a bag with like no bottom and just like poop smears all over it, and then the dog. So I ran home. Then I get like a good bag that I have here, and I go back to clean up the shit because I'm a good person. And when I go to clean up the shit, it gets all over my fucking fingers. So that's me trying to be a good person. But yeah, a very shitty morning. So I just got to work, but I just got a call. The past couple days, I've been getting weird robocalls, and it'll say like Iowa City, Canada. So I ignore them all. And I got a few yesterday from Iowa City, Canada, and I ignored it. And then I got one today just now. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna fuck with them. And it turns out it was the recruiter that I talked to on Friday. So thank God I picked up, and thank God I wasn't a complete dick off the, right from the go. But she's like, basically what we talked about on Friday, they're looking for someone with Big Four experience, which I don't have. But that hiring manager wants someone with a little less experience. And I'm like, make this make sense. You want someone, okay, who worked at like PwC or whatever, but in a more junior role. Whereas why wouldn't you want to trade off for me? I don't have Big Four experience, and honestly, I'm still pretty junior, but like there's some stretches of the truth on my resume. But like, you want someone more junior for this? I'm overqualified. I've never been overqualified for an accounting job in my life. But she said the thing that they normally say, like, oh, I'm going to keep your resume on file, blah, blah, blah. We'll see if I ever talk to her again, but I did save her number finally. But it just doesn't make sense that you want someone more junior. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. I'm about to walk into work. He'll probably yell at me for literally no reason, but let's go do it. Oh my fucking God. I was standing right there maybe 20 seconds ago, and there was just a big crash. Okay, so that was very scary, mainly because I was standing right in that intersection about 20 seconds before it happened. I did approach the scene because I was going to call 911, but as I was approaching, the woman at the corner house was running out. She's like, I got it. I'm calling the police. And luckily, literally, this is the street my police station is on. So they were there within like a minute. But there was other neighbors on the other lawn. So like they ran out and helped the driver. The 3 guys in the landscaping truck, they jumped out. So they were fine. But I just kind of hung back because my mom was an EMT. So there's been many a time where we've witnessed a crash and she's just jumped out and like helped and like stabilize someone's head. So I was like ready to do that. But yeah, everyone seems okay, but that was really scary. Also, there is a man in this truck. He's been sitting here the whole time. That's why I crossed the street basically. So he got like the bird's eye view of this. I was just thinking about it and I'm like, thank God I wasn't the one to call the police because I had no idea what street I was on. Like the name of it. And then when I was telling my family, I'm like, oh my God, there was just a crash at like XYZ. I got it wrong then too. So maybe it was a good thing that that woman called. The clip I just showed you where I'm like, oh my God, this guy's been parked here the whole time. He got a great like front row seat. I feel like he, because he was sitting there, kind of maybe was a blind spot for the woman driving. Like he was right at the corner. So maybe she didn't see the landscaping truck. I don't know. I feel like him being there probably wasn't great for the view of the intersection. But I also realized, not that this has anything to do with the trauma people just experienced, but I looked so greasy that I had to do this. But yeah, I haven't washed my hair since Saturday. So in the past couple days of clips, you have been seeing the greasiest bangs. Also, I just cut my bangs last week and they are not laying right. But yeah, that seems pretty trivial when I'm talking about a car crash. Good morning. So I finally washed my hair and I was looking in the mirror. I'm like, oh my God, it looks so much lighter. And it's because there isn't a huge layer of grease on it. So very happy with that. I got my Fashion Nova swimsuit package yesterday and I was like, okay, let me shave my entire body because it's swimsuits. So since I'm bald, let me shoot my try on portion at least this morning, and then we'll see how much time I have to shoot the actual video. Oh, there's nothing to lay this on. Cool. So if you've noticed, obviously haven't been posting as much. I think I mentioned a couple months ago, like, definitely want to slow down my consumption. But I do work with Fashion Nova as like a partner. I never make any money. Like, if you use my code, I don't get money. They don't have affiliate links. I don't make a fucking dime, but it is content that people want to see. And I do get a little bit of ad money when I do a Fashion Nova video. And I genuinely like their clothes. I am wearing Fashion Nova sweatpants right now, but I haven't done a Fashion Nova video in 2021 yet, I don't think. They sent me maybe in January, they're like, okay, time for our next round of stuff. Please choose things from this link. And everything they gave me to choose from was fucking hideous. So I kind of like went on the rest of the site and I'm like, this is the stuff I actually want. And they're like, no, you can only choose from this link. And I was like, you know what? Let's just pause. I really want to do a swimsuit look, so I'll wait till your swimsuits come out. But I was like, I'm not going to put out content that is shit. I'm not going to urge you guys to buy something that I don't like myself. I mean, I do on occasion try things that I would never really try, and it usually works out, but like, I'm not gonna put out a video of things that I'm like about. Like, everything to choose from had like fucking butterflies on it. It was all like that Y2K kind of stuff, and I'm like, this is just not me. This is a waste of a video. So I was like, I had to advocate for myself, and I was like, you know what, let's pause and we'll come back when there's swimsuits, because I really like their swimsuits. So I have a good amount of those, maybe like an actual top or two in there too. But yeah, I've been trying to like slow down and again, advocate for myself. If I don't like the products, I'm not going to show you guys. And I just said like urging you guys to buy things. I don't want to feel like I'm ever making you want to buy something, but I do think showing you guys things, you know, it's like a fun thing. But yeah, I don't want to feel like I'm pressuring you to buy anything, but I do want to show you like new arrivals, how they fit, or, you know, and if it looks like shit on me, maybe you'll be like, you know what, that was in my cart and Shannon looks like a dumb mess. Taking it out, saving myself $32, you know? So it's just for fun. I have noticed certain people are spending like thousands of dollars a week, and it's just like, it's not relatable, it's not sustainable. But I do think fashion is fun. For so long, I could not shop. There were no options when I was a kid, or even till I was like 22. So I'm making up for lost time. Yeah, that's it. That's all that's going on for me. So I'm gonna go look a little bit more presentable. Actually, this isn't that bad compared to the rest that you've seen in this video. Makeup, who is she? So I finished filming my try-on portion, but it's really dark and gross and cloudy. So for the sit down, I think I'll just wait till tomorrow, and I am gonna wear makeup tomorrow because tomorrow's a big day. So my cousin had twins in January of 2020, and we were gonna like, and she lives in San Diego, so we were all gonna like fly out there, but that was like right when COVID was like, there was little whispers of it. So she's like, I don't know, I just had babies, like we'll wait it out. And then obviously COVID really happened. So the babies are now 1 year and 3 months old, and we're finally gonna meet them. So she's flying in. Her parents live by us in New Jersey. So she's been here all week, but we're finally having like everyone, all the Millers are coming here, and we're gonna meet the babies. So very excited for that. I cannot wait to just squish a baby. So we're doing that tomorrow, but I figured I'd wear makeup for that. So I'll film my try-on portion for that. I did just order tacos. I've been watching one of my new favorite YouTubers. He's been on YouTube for a while, but I just discovered him. Life by Francesco. He's a flight attendant, and he does like cruise vlogs, travel vlogs, Disney vlogs. I literally watch like 5 of his videos a night. I love him. His boyfriend's great. His friends are great. His content's great. So highly recommend Life by Francesco. But I was watching one this morning, and he was on a layover in Mexico City, and he was eating tacos. So I have 2 authentic Mexican places right in walking distance. So I'm going to one of them. So I figured I'd do a 10-second tidy around my room. Hopefully I can get through it. Just clear up the clutter. And then pick up my food, finish my taxes, what else do I have to do? Probably a lot of stuff, but like that's on the burner for burner. No, that's not the word, but that's on the list for right now. But cleaning up my room real quick, and then I'm gonna plow some tacos. Okay, a testament to how often I drink. I am a booze bag, but like I don't drink at home. So this is what Caitlin got me for my birthday in December. So this is still sitting here. On Easter, we did the adult egg hunt. So it was just like little airplane bottles. These are still here. I think I'm going to put them in my underwear drawer to hide them from the alcoholics in my family. But yeah, these are still sitting here. Oh my God. So I got steak, quesadillas, and chips. I did save some money and I have my own Coke at home. I'm gonna rot my teeth, but this is so good. Happy Friday. I've done the same thing I did last Friday. I think I'm in the same spot. The sun is directly in my eyes. It is 7:15 a.m. We are finally doing the boy band spin class. So finally got to break out my NSYNC shirt. It's actually my sleep shirt. It's very large. I tied it in a knot at the bottom, so hopefully it stays. But yeah, I'm excited. I know he's gonna play NSYNC because he played it in the preview on his Instagram last night, but there's gonna be Backstreet Boys, probably New Kids. And I consider Boys to Men. Some people don't. I don't know how old they were when they were like, you know, in the thick of it. So I'm hoping I hear some Boys to Men, but like, you know, who knows? But yeah, I'm pretty tired. I was literally just wiping like the eye crust out of me, but I'm pretty sure hearing the first 5 notes of Tearing Up My Heart will awaken me. Oh my God, it's so good. Like I literally woke up the second I walked in there, and when I was walking in, 5, when the lights go out, remember them? He did play a few. I'm like, why didn't even this cross my mind? Like 98 Degrees and LFO. I was like, duh. What kind of boy band connoisseur am I? 2 NSYNC songs, 2 Backstreet. He did play Boys to Men, and like Blackstreet. A lot of things I didn't even think of. But I'm very happy with that ride. He is following it up with, this was boy bands of the 90s. At 9:30, he's doing boy bands of today, which I would love because it's going to be like Jonas Brothers and One Direction. But I don't want to sit in the parking lot for an hour and 15 minutes. So some other time. I also think that class is full. So I'm going to go home and die. But I'm very happy with that class. I think all spin classes should have boy band themes. Like that shit gets you going. I'm debating a bagel. I know I shouldn't, but I probably will. But yeah, I'm very happy. A very good way to start your Friday. Okay, so I did get a bagel, and I was debating even going in there or going home and changing first because I look like 80s white trash workout Barbie. So I get my bagel, and the guy who made my bagel approaches and he goes, "1 second, are you even old enough to know who NSYNC is?" I'm like, I'm 32, so yes. But it is nice to be confused with someone younger. But it is kind of funny that he was like, "Were you even around when they were big?" And I'm like, oh yes. One of my first concerts was June 4th, 2001 at Giant Stadium, the Pop Odyssey tour. I was there, baby. JC waved at me. Not me in the same outfit for like the 4th time in this video, but I was just editing and I realized how like sad and pathetic it sounds when I'm mentioning that I don't get paid from the Fashion Nova videos or any really videos. And I really should be advocating for myself, like pay me for my free work. So yeah, I do realize I need to start doing that, but I also wanted to drive home the fact that like, I'm not doing this for money. I've been on YouTube for 10 years, barely make like minimum wage doing any of this. So like, just wanted to drive home that I truly do this because I think it's fun. I like interacting with you guys. It is clearly not about the money, although that would be nice, but yeah, just wanted to mention that. So maybe I should be asking for money from these companies, but I don't do it for the money. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here with a proper goodbye. I'm gonna try vlogging more. This is from like the past 2 weeks, but I want to try and get more regular and on schedule. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.